every year, the world's attention is drawn to the plight and the rights of children, bringing to the fore awareness on critical areas, peculiar problems, and challenges faced by them.
So specifically, the 27th of May is dedicated to celebrating children, and we're set to do so on this show today. So with this year's theme being inclusion for every child and more money for primary education, we would like to give voice to as many issues affecting the world's children. Thank you for joining this conversation. I am Fumi Onajefe.
Okay, believe me, the challenges are many, bearing in mind that as we speak, many countries are yet to sign into law the Child Rights Bill. Nigeria is one of such. Rightly so, the entire show is dedicated today to celebrating our children, and we shall be working with the topic, peer pressure. How do we handle them? Welcome to the family show. We call it Today with John and Helen live. I'm Oma Helen Odeleye.
So it's going to be an interesting show, and we already have our first guest. And today we have we're going to be hearing from a child, because I think with Children's Day, we always have adults, we're asking adults, well, we're actually asking a child today about what he feels that parents should know about their children. So good morning, Mukhtar.
Fine, ma'am.
Happy Children's Day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mukhtar doesn't look too excited. It's your special day, Mukhtar.
Yes, ma'am.
Just typical Nigerian way, yes, ma. Mukhtar, please, I'd like you to loosen up and just, relax and speak
Sure.
with us. So, interestingly, I was told that you like to play chess and you like macaroni meals. Is this true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, I
You what? Go on.
learned how to play chess since the age of. I learned how to play chess since the age of 6.
Oh, wow.
And how old are you now?
12.
You're 12 years old.
So that you're a grandmaster. That means you can teach me chess.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. Okay, so first of all, what do you love about being a child? What do you enjoy that? Oh, wow. What do you enjoy about being a child?
Well, I enjoy the fact that I don't have to go through the stress of waking up early in the morning, cooking food for everyone, and leaving the house just to get back home late in the night.
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness.
That is so interesting. Oh, so you just leave, they wake you up, you have your breakfast, and then your parents take you to school.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything is in place for Mukhtar.
But I have
Carry on.
to do a little chores in the house before I leave. I have to do some chores in the
Okay,
house before I leave.
okay.
Okay, what kind of chores do you do?
I just wash the plate.
You wash plates.
Mukhtar, are you mommy's boy or daddy's boy? You don't want to commit.
No, I think
You
it's
don't want to commit.
I think it's delayed. You're thinking about it.
He's shy. He doesn't want to commit. Mommy and daddy are probably there. Okay, so Mukhtar, as a young man or young boy in Nigeria, for example, we're celebrating Children's Day, and this is
Yes.
a day that's set aside, to talk about the issues that affect people like you every year. Do you think it has helped in any way to address some of the things that are not right in terms of how we adults and the society deal with young children? Are you there?
And Helen, I think you made that question quite complex for him. Just make it very simple and break it down for him.
As in, every year the children are celebrated on this day. Yeah? So I'm asking you, do you think that
Yes, ma'am.
this special celebration has helped, to address some of the things, for example, that you do not like happens to children in the environment?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
What are the things, let's start
Yes,
from,
ma'am.
what are the
Okay.
things you do not like
Like,
that happen to children that you have seen in your neighborhood,
yeah.
in Nigeria, in Lagos, for example? What are the things that you have seen that you do not like?
Well, I don't like the fact that some parents compare their children with other people,
Fantastic.
and that they don't know that most children aren't the same at all. Like, all children aren't the same at all. So they tend to teach them the same way they taught the people that came, their siblings that came before them.
Okay. How about when you move from one place to another? You see loads of children begging on the streets, just hanging around, looking uncared for. Is that also a thing that concerns you?
Yes, ma'am. Because those children that are on the street, because those children on the street, at some point in their life, when they grow older, they won't have anything to do. So they can become like touts, which won't aid the society in any way.
Brilliant.
Okay, so what do you think we can do to? Okay, first of all, I like what you said about parents not comparing their children to other children or even to their siblings. So, what else do you want parents to know that children do not like? That look, oh, as a child, if I have the way to tell my mommy and my daddy and other parents around the world, what are the things? If you can list like 3 things that children do not like.
So one is not
Well,
comparing. Okay.
One, not comparing children. 2 is
number
what?
one,
Go on.
yes, ma'am.
Then carry on.
Two is when their parents don't have enough time for them.
Oh, okay. And then
Because most children's parents will leave early before they wake up and
come back late while they are asleep.
come back late in the night when they've slept. So
Wow.
most children just want, most attention is given to their other siblings.
Okay. All right. So what's the third thing that you don't like?
The third thing is when children aren't given enough love by their parents.
Love.
Like, most parents won't really give much attention, they won't really love their children. So children tend not to feel happy about it.
Okay.
All right, Mukhtar, I'd like to find out from you. What do you think
Yes, ma'am.
about punishment? When a child goes
Punishment.
wrong, what kind of punishment do you recommend to make that child realize that they have gone wrong? Because there are various ways that parents do it. Which one
Yes,
would
ma'am.
you recommend? Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to talk about correction before.
Okay.
Parents were
Correction.
actually meant to correct their child with love, not
Okay.
just scream and beat them. A child might fail in school and get back and won't want to come back home because of the punishment he's going to face when he gets back. But the best punishment, and one of the it used to be one of the most common punishments, was grounding them
Okay.
or taking away something from them.
That they
Like, if
like.
you see your child likes to play too much with his phone or something, or he likes to go outside and play too much, you can tell him that you are going to cease this, or you are not going to let him go outside anymore. You can also, if you see their bad habits, even with all the punishment, their bad habits aren't still changing. You can put, like, if your child is able to do this throughout the month, you give the child a prize, the child will tend to want the prize more. So he will do the right thing to get the prize.
Oh wow. You're such a
Very
Intelligent,
smart.
yeah, such an intelligent young man. Fantastic. Thank you for that response. So, also, what do you want to say to the children? So, you have told the parents now, but what do you want to say to the children that, okay, it's our children's day, but we guys too, we need to do some things to make our parents or just behave ourselves. So, what do you have to say to your fellow children?
Okay, ma. To all the children who are watching this right now, today is our day.
Okay.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that we should take too much of an advantage of it. We also have to know that since today is our day, we have to make our parents happy. Not that our parents will be not looking forward to the next Children's Day. Like, oh no, it's Children's Day. Now he's going to be asking me for 10,000. But we, the future is like a machine that is spread out, unknown what it looks like. But we children are the girls that have to put them back together to make the future more clear and better. We have the future in our hands. So let's make good use of it and focus on our studies in school.
Wow.
Wow. In fact, that deserves a round of applause.
Excellent.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm so proud of you. Well done. Thank you. And
Yes,
no
yes.
wonder you were made an assembly prefect in your school. You really have some, you know, you sound well, you speak well, and you're able to, you know, articulate your thoughts properly. Fantastic. Well done and happy Children's Day. I don't know if it's raining where you are. I hope your parents get to take you out and you get to have a, you know, a fantastic time, you know, with your
Thank you, ma'am.
with your people. I wanted to ask you though, just before we let you go, what is it like being an assembly prefect? Because I'm told you're an assembly prefect at the Outlier School. So what does it mean to be an assembly prefect? What does it feel like, and what are your responsibilities?
Well, in my school, being a prefect is like having a post in the management.
Okay.
When you are given something, you have to learn how to share it with others in a good way. So being an assembly prefect, it still means I'm a student, but I was just lucky enough to get a position in the management.
Okay.
So I still behave like a student.
Student.
But when it's time for me to take hold and have a stand, I control the student and use my position wisely.
Wow. You are such a fantastic leader.
Oh my
And I'm so
God.
sure that your parents are proud. All right, thank you, Mukhtar. So we have to release you because it's Children's Day, so that you go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mukhtar. Thank you. It was really a pleasure having this conversation with you. You made us very, very proud. And I'm sure you have made your parents, like she said, and your friends very proud too. Happy Children's Day to you.
Thank you.
Okay, the show is still today with John and Helen, and we are in your face live from the studios of Plus TV Africa here in Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we have another guest seated here for the next conversation. It's a special day for the children, so the show is all about them. We're going to be looking at peer pressure. How do we handle them? We'll be back shortly.